Hello. Hello. And we're watching it, and I'm not even going to pretend that I'm distracting you. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Yeah. This is a game that's good. Not to be confused with a game that's bad. You do trades? Go fuck yourself, Sis16. I hate you. How come controller not plugged you in? Can you show me the Omni-Man move? Omni-Man? Can you show me the Omni-Man move? Down, left, right, A, B, L, R, select, start. Speed! Speed! Capture. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Think, Mark. You got it, Will. Are you sure? You know that one? Oh. Did I open regular Emerald? I opened the wrong game. It's okay. Whee! Ah! Oh, Farmer. I was the next day. I went back to watch that clip, and it was even funnier than I remembered. And none of us caught on. Haw is one of my favorite things. Yeah. I don't think it picked up on the mic, but I was like, I was wheezing. I was letting out like the shrillest like sound of air coming out. You know those like squeaky toys? You know when you really squeeze them and there's just like a... It was like the most extended that. Haw into like my vocal cords like stretching to the fullest. He's not the farmer. No, Kingo, you have to now, I think. Kingo, if he's not the farmer at some point, I feel like we've let the people down. I'll meet you halfway. Instead of Farmer Brown, he can just be the farmer. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. It is up to you. It is totally up to you. I have no say in it. But I will try to influence you, though. I will try to influence you. I will try to sway the vote. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Pesto. Pesto's been away for a good month now. It doesn't feel like it, but he's been gone for some time. We were with Paprika for a while there. Like a good stretch of Paprika. A good Rika stretch. But we're back with Pesto for what I think will be not that long, but maybe. I think we can bang out this whole chapter today if all goes well. In fact, I might even be inclined to. I think today we are going to... I'm gonna abuse my power a little, I think. I'm gonna, like, abuse my power today a little bit. Because there's nothing... I mean, this has always been a part of the challenge. A big part of the challenge has been... that I'm not necessarily following... Where are we here? I'm not necessarily... Is there a map? Oh, it's in the Pokénav, that's right. I'm not necessarily following a set route. Otherwise, there'd be no point to the Matrix, right? You could predict where things are going to fall. if that were the case. We are just going to areas as we get there, but I'm not necessarily being like, we are doing things in this order. Well, what I think I'm going to do here, we are in for a double dose of pesto. We're here for 6-7. We are here for pesto 6-7. And chapter 6. You know what? Let's talk about this after the title card, because this will give you an idea. Let's do our thing. This will make sense. This will make way more sense once we do this, dude. I hope the audio on it is okay. These ones were the title card wasn't slapped together, but the recap was. So I hope it sounds fine audio wise. I think this will be a little quiet, but you know what? I don't care. It's all for fun. I'm not getting graded on this. If you think it's stupid, if you think it sucks, if you can't hear it, guess what? It'll be over in a minute. We'll move on with our lives. Done. Here you go. Here you go. Chapter 6, we are, if you couldn't tell, we are making our way down the mountain. We are going to fight Flannery, and we are going to fight Norman over here. That is chapter 6. That is chapter 6. There is one other thing open to us in between those two, which is the desert. However, I am going to delay the desert to chapter 7 because I want to... where are we here? I want to... I'm allowed to do this. I want to... Who the hell? What... Did we not name him? What happened here? Oh, we have to go back and catch this. I remember. We never caught it. God, it's so far ahead. So here's the deal. Clap. Everybody clap with me. Do a single clap with me real quick. Do that. Center yourself. Bring yourself back a little. We are about to go down... What's it called? Jagged Pass, right? What is this place? This place is stupid. It's kind of cool. It has spoink. I didn't clap. Detention. We're about to get this, right? We might also get something in Lava Ridge, maybe. That's going to depend on something. And then this would be the desert. And then at chapter 7, we do our roll for the gacha, which will be Pixel or Beck at the moment. I want to move the gacha up to this. I just want to move it a little closer, and then we'll go to the desert. I don't want whoever gets this to be super far out, you know? And then we go to the desert. Mixes things up a little. I just want to move this up. That's pretty much it. Oh, can you see this? Yes. And then we'll go to the desert at the beginning of 7. It doesn't really matter. It's just flipping the order. That's pretty much it. Makes sense? Makes sense. So we're literally just going to fight the 2 gym leaders. And we may not even get something in Lava Ridge, because if you recall the rules, which I don't expect you to recall this, but I will mention it again. One of our banned Pokemon is Why Not. And if they still give you a Why Not egg, it's just not, we're not using it. If they give you a something else egg, we might use it. Or if there's a wild encounter in Lava Ridge, we might use it. Nitrum, I just explained it. Oh, why not? Oh, dang it. Detention. I'm handing them out. However, I'm gonna be so silly here. I'm gonna be so one of those teachers. Listen, pal, who the heck are? Oh, how uncool. Well. Hey, so I don't know why. I think I went back to heal. And for some reason I didn't change my team. Is it because we didn't roll yet? I think that's why. Oh yeah, we hadn't rolled yet. Well, we gotta go change the team before we do any sort of progression. We got a cool group of guys here. We have Masquerain. We have Sandshrew. We have Natu, and we have Slugma. Whoops. Hey, this chair's stupid and I'll get a new one, I promise. I promise I will. I'm sorry. A little team for us. I like these guys. There's a little bit of variety on them. There's I don't know, like, I like them. Aesthetically, they're pretty, you know, variable. What's up, Anu? What's up, everybody? I saw Idiotness come in. I saw Buddy Bro. I saw Nitrum, who I already addressed and gave detention to. I think I saw Comb post mod anniversary. Is that correct? 90 months. All right. How is that possible? 90 months? How long would that be, actually? No, wait, that makes sense. All I got earlier was a fuck you. Well, yeah, you should think about why you got that, sis. Do you want a detention, too? 90 months. How many years is that? That does make sense. Oh, Miwa! Get me out of here. Sis. Sis. JJ Kate. He's watching Code Geass. Look at this Slugma Sprite. Look at him. Forgot to leave them food. Sis 16. Coppola, who does have a name. Isaac did give Coppola a name. Diarrhea Lad. Get into... You're always in detention, Diarrhea Lad. I'm sorry. Ask Diarrhea Lad to come in here and not get a detention. I will be shocked. Beef. No. Out of here. Hey, I like these guys. I miss Sponsa. Man, I miss Panay. It's been too long. These other guys have all... Well, Candleson hasn't debuted yet. Nor has Sparks. But they'll get their time. They'll get their time. Mr. Feet the Footman? Detention! Gooby? I love Gooby, but Gooby... Oh, he's so big! Chili flies! Oh my god, he's large! Get off me! I like Gooby, but Gooby was with us last time. It does draw aggro. We have 2 babies. And really a 3rd baby. Look at all these first-timers. This is a great... Pesto has all the luck, let me tell you. Paprika's finally been coming alive a little with some variety in her team, but he's always rolling someone different. We're getting new characters every week with this guy. Speaking of which, I gotta level these guys up. Let's do it like this, though. Let's get this Natu her name. Her real name here. Which... What? Slateport, right? We can do that. I like Hotorumfi. And I like Hotorumfi. I think she's one of Pesto's, she's one of Pesto's trusted advisors. We need a stone. I think an ice stone. I don't know. I've never used an Alolan Sand Slash. Chili is Kita. And we don't... Oh, I don't know why I'm already... I was looking for a repel. Boom, baby. How's everybody doing? How was your day? Mine was pretty good. Mitsuru's butler Giles assassinate Akota. Yeah, that is something that seemed to have happened. I don't know if Giles did it, but Giles, like, assisted. Like, there was a cover-up with the whole Kirijo group. Giles might have just given, like, the status report on that, but he was probably involved. I love Giles because, like... it was a bit... I was trying to push for a while. I don't think it took off until, like, the answer kind of... I was really trying to push Giles. I don't think he was catching on. But sometimes you have to just keep trying. Alright. Natu's nickname. This is straight from Isaac. Guys, round of applause. He was around. I just, like... it was one of, you know when you're doing a bit and you're not getting any audience reaction and you're like, do they like this one? Sometimes you have to have confidence in it, though. My hands are a bit tired. All right, are you ready for Isaac's nickname? I like it. I think it's cute. I get the feeling. Well, I'm not gonna set up the reaction here. Here's the nickname, guys. Tattoo the Natu. Do you like it? Like the band. I like it. I like it. Well done, Isaac. The bare minimum, yes, but you know what? I think it's catchy. It's snappy. I think it's pretty good. Should we tattoo the Zatsu? Yeah. And I will say that Isaac looked around the room for something, if I recall, and saw the word tattoo. And was like, that's it. And I was like, you know what? Whatever works. Whatever it takes. We all gotta take baby steps, and sometimes Tatu the Natu is just a gateway drug, you know? Anyway, all this to say, I am proud of you, Isaac. And I don't mean that in a patronizing manner. I genuinely mean it. I'm proud of you. Can you see this? You can see it. Stupid fucking chair. Hi. So, let's, what was our level cap previously? I believe we want to bring these guys up to 31. We're all getting them all to 31, so Tatu's gonna evolve. Is that what it sounds like? Does it sound like a big fart? What room he stuns for? No, I'm gonna give that a no. A tight fart? Whoa. Won't have any effect. What's up with that? Level cap? Steiner? Level 29 level cap? Before Flannery? I mean, that's fine. If the game has a built-in level cap, we'll play with it. I don't care. Less work for me. Wait, you're not Ligma. No, this is Steve Jobs. Did we just never nickname you? I guess we gave it Ligma until K-Man settled on Steve Jobs, right? Good thing I noticed. He did name it Steve Jobs, right? Yeah, we definitely have an interesting team going into these battles. I think Flannery is going to be the harder of the two. But you know, Norman has a scary team. Just on pure stats. It's very simple, but Incinerate, huh? What is Jobs up to, though? Here's the deal. I took notes for Paprika. I didn't do any such thing for Steve Jobs. For Steve Jobs also. For Pesto is what I meant. He's modest, which means no held items, and he has to switch. Chili is adamant. We'll do a quick review for you in a minute. Review for me. Ooh, buffed and Incinerate here. Is it 60 power now? Or is this just the hack? Whitney might be the easiest one. I would believe that. I believe Whitney is probably overblown. She can be hard. I'm gonna get rid of... I'll take the power over the burn, because we might like to use Yawn. $60 after Gen 5. Oh, okay, that was pretty soon. Clear Smog. I do like that move quite a bit, actually. Smog is 70 accuracy. How stupid. What a bad move. Ancient Power, Ligma. Okay. Fight. Always poisons if you're the opponent, correct. I suppose I could speed this up, but it wouldn't change that much. I'm gonna keep Incinerate. Burn a berry, that could be cool. Also, it said gems? Are there gems in this? Rock Slide. Uh-oh. Question of the day. Higher special or higher attack on Macargo? I would think attack, right? Is he a physical guy? I actually don't know. Higher special, we're keeping ancient power. I love you, Rock Slide, but not today. Well. Yeah, and you're never gonna outspeed either. Tatu, do you have any move-related nature? Bold. What's bold again? Bold. Bold. Bold is not allowed to have any non-attacking moves. So we gotta fix that as it shows up. Teleport. It is a bit of a bummer. Lucky Chant. Confusion? Ding ding ding! Gotta get rid of teleport. Oh, Lear was there too. Nightshade is fine. That's an attacking move. Stored power? That's so useless to you. You're not gonna be able to buff. Ominous Wind. Yes, I like that move. That's a good move. We have an Ominous Wind and an Ancient Power here. She's evolving soon, right? Confuse Ray. That's annoying, and I'll stop. Hooray. She's gonna be huge here. Maybe. I don't know. Where are ya? Air Slash! That's great. Not the best party sprite here, but we make do. Look at this little Hota Roomfee. Wish? Absolutely not. And now only chili fries to 29. And her deal is... she's adamant. Adamant is... this, if they have a move that's not very effective, it can't be switched out. So, nothing to do with learning moves. Fine. You know what we should do? Would this work? I should make commands for every nature that's been revealed. Would that be helpful? I think it would. I would love to do that. I probably should have done that from the start. My bad. Here's a crazy question. I'm gonna assume no. Is this a combo? Defense Girl, Ice Ball? No, right? It's just rollout. They didn't program this, right? Because Ice Ball is Ice type rollout, right? Such an uncommon move, I feel. Either way, I'm gonna take it over Bide. It works? That's cool. Follow-up question, do you guys think that was intentional, or do you think it's just ice-type rollout? Like, they copy-pasted it and slapped ice on it. I don't know how Pokemon looks on the inside, but... Because I always saw, I mean, what is Ice Ball supposed to be? Because the Gen 3 animation, it just looks like they're, like, chucking a ball. I never really envisioned it as, like, rolling. But maybe it is supposed to be, like, rolling. Oh, wow, Rapid Spin also... I mean, that was a while ago, I think. It could be like a Wario roll a snowball. But I never got that conveyance from the animation. Oh, okay, it's a rolling move. Okay. Well, that wasn't super well conveyed in Gen 3, I feel. Let's get a Powder Snow, then. Could be a fun moveset for Chili. We're probably gonna forget Defense Curl either way. By the time we hit 29 here. But it's cool to know that works. Metal Claw, I am getting rid of Defense Curl. Peace. Cool idea, though. Metal Raw. I like a Metal Claw as one of the most iconic Gen 3 moves. That's... Well, not like that it came from Gen 3... Or did it? No, but, Did it? Did it come from Gen 3? Was it in Gen 2? Either way. Specific to Gen 3, I feel like it's the most iconic. Or, not the most, but one of. Specifically because of Charmander. Of course, yeah, Scizor would have had it. Fire defense, N-O. Slash? Dragon Claw is raw. I think Dragon Claw is just a cool move. It's just like neutral damage, but like it's cool. It's just a pure like no effect move, but I love it. It's raw. What do you mean it's oh. So what are we looking at here for these guys? So we got Hotarumfi the Jolly, which all that really means for her is she's holding a Sody Pop. And if she has the opportunity to learn anything with the lower accuracy than 100, she has to take it. Like, the lower accuracy moves have to be taken. Oh yeah, Water Power will be nice here. Cool. Steve Jobs. Don't let me leave this room without renaming him. He is modest. He cannot hold any items. And if he KOs a Pokemon, he has to switch. If we screw that up again... Because last time oh god, what was your name? We say hello. I screwed up on that. I didn't switch him out after a kill. And I had to give you guys dibs because of that. Don't let that happen again. Ooh, Synchronize. That's cool. Bold. No non-attacking moves. This is fine. It doesn't have... I mean, it's an attacking move. And... Chili. Slush Rush. Adamant. Which means... She cannot... If she has a move that is not very effective against her opponent, she cannot switch out until she wins, is knocked out, or is forced out. And she cannot use healing moves or hold a healing item. Does that all make sense? Look at them with their equal EXP here. Alright, now that the show has started. Yeah, I think that is cool though. It's like a trade-off. This is Steve Jobs here. Steve Jobs, the Slugma. Yeah. And Chili's a she. But we need the ice stone. Wherever you can get one of those. We don't have one, right? Moonstone. A moonstone. Yeah. Can you? Why do I feel like you can buy them down here? Berry Crush. Did you know? Do you know? Can you pet the dog? Oh. Oh! Oh, we gotta make a secret base! Chapter 7. Or like today. Yo, the energy card! Maybe they don't sell them here. Need these? Hey! Oh, but not an ice stone though. Not that thing. Not that fake item, the ice stone. The ice stone, something that like would be in a ROM hack from 2006. And they made it real someday. I'm buying that Skitty doll just cause. You can't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. Oh, hello, Miwa. Guys, what would you do if I wasn't stupid? Did we name Steve Jobs? Yeah. Steve Jobs. That's what he does. That's okay. That is okay. No need to apologize. We could give Chili a metal coat. It's not like a healing item. We could give... That's like all I really feel inclined to do here. Really, the only switch in this party is Steve, I think? Yeah, so there's not too much to keep track of other than Steve Jobs. Chili gets locked in, but that's the opposite of a switch. And let's have Chili follow us for a bit, I think. She's kind of scary. She's bigger than a Pelipper. My giant sand shrew child. I'll have to remember to depict her as such. She's in another title card. We can do some trick house. I also like the trick house. Wave mail. They're on Battle Frontier? Oh. What the heck? Paul? So wait, if we're at the level cap, does that mean he's gonna give us 1 EXP? Because that's a little... if you ask me. No. But it seems reduced. Well, that's just the scaling, though. Yo, far-fetched? Far-fetched! Let's have the jobs do this job for us. And he has to switch if he... And he has to switch if he knocks out this far-fetched. And if I knock out this far-fetched, Paul, you have to marry your mother-in-law. Oh, jobs. Steve Jobber. Out of it. Hotties. You gotta get out of there, Stevie. Let's see a little chilly action here. And I like that Alolan Sandshrew looks like an igloo. Oh, chili. Chilies. Very good. Very, very good. And that's our team, guys. Let's see Tatu up next. I had an interesting couple of days at work today and yesterday. We did our yearly department meeting where all of us, all 200 or 300, however many of us there are, all get together in one room and talk about the state of things. A Beef Starvey and a Steve Jobs, we do have that, yeah. It's an annual thing. We always a bit of a state of the work address. We have it every year. It's tedious. Nobody's ever like excited for it, but I don't mind it. Like I like kind of getting together, seeing a lot of my colleagues who are otherwise remote. It's nice to see people that I don't get to see otherwise. For the most part, and sometimes meet people. But it's annoying too. Who is this singular twin? This year, yeah, I mean it's also 2 days off of work technically. And usually the format of it is there's like an address from our CIO. Then usually there are like breakout rooms where we go watch. We can choose where we go and go watch presentations from people from the organization, from different teams. So sometimes a networking team will be like, "Here's a project we've been working on," or our back end team is like, "Here's this thing we've been doing," that kind of stuff. And those can be fun. And sometimes those are like entertaining or informative. Like a lot of our like creative teams do little workshops or tutorials, including one that I went to that I'll talk about in a minute, because it was fun. And then usually we have like a guest speaker, and then usually we have a big panel or something from all like our directors and stuff to talk about like what all the groups are doing at a very high level, like a business level. All kind of stuff to expect. Breakfast is always dumb. Breakfast is always like the classic stuff you'd get at like a corporate breakfast, like stale bagels and pastries and fruit. Lunch on day one is usually just like the like university catering, so it's like But day two comes from like a local restaurant. and that's pretty good. Today we had delicious sandwiches and pasta. That's always something to look forward to. We do like a little social at the end for two hours or so, and like a raffle and stuff. That's always the best part. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, you're saying like it sounds like the average one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's nothing, you know. It's nothing special or anything. But usually, you know, I'm like there, I'm present. I might not be into like everything that's going on, like maybe like the speaker's boring or something, or there's not a lot of entertaining breakout rooms and I don't want to go to all of them. This year was so AI forward that not only did I like not tune myself in to the guest speaker, I left the room because no one was going to be looking for me. There was no like attendance. Like they're not like, yo, there goes Zebra. I got up and left for like a half hour. I came back towards the end because I like, you know, I kind of had to stop by briefly maybe. And I was a little curious. I was a little morbidly curious. It was some like entrepreneur or something telling us about like the benefits of AI. The red. Something stupid like that. And I waited till he did his intro before I left because I wanted to see like, you know, I was like, all right, what's this guy about? What's the tone of this gonna be like? It immediately begins with like an AI generated video of him talking about how the revolution will be televised, and I almost threw up. I was like, this is stupid, and I left. I literally zebra gossed. I literally did that and left. And so I come back later, and I come because I'm looking at my work group chat because we were using it to gossip the whole time. I come back to my work group chat. I'm reading about their reactions to this, and apparently I think he was trying to make some argument. Again, this, you know, this is off of what my colleagues were saying in the chat. I didn't hear this for myself. But he said something along the lines of like, I think he touched upon the environmental like stress of AI or whatever, and his like response was like, yeah, like just make all your prompts worth it, that's all. Just don't know the power in your hands and make it worth it. And it was like, and the irony of that, because his entire presentation was AI generated. Every slide was a made up fake Gen AI image. I came back to like him like, it was yeah, only drop the nuke if you have to. Yeah, except only drop the nuke if like you need to like throw together a PowerPoint. He was showing like apps that people made with AI, and I was like, cool, they could have made that themselves. He was showing, this was my favorite part personally. I came back into the room for this part. He said, a 10-year-old boy designed his own mystery game that takes you on like a mystery choose-your-own-adventure themed after things like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Pride and Prejudice, things like that. And it looked like a text-based like adventure game. And he was, and I was like, wow. And then he goes, that 10-year-old boy, my son. To an awkward silence. Nobody, like, I think he was expecting him to, like, us to clap or something. I think he was expecting clapping. I was just kind of like, wow. I was like, that's stupid. And also not impressive. Sorry, 10-year-old boy. He didn't make it. What's so impressive about that? But when I came back to the room, when I tell you, like, I was just in the back of the room. I'm no one special. Like, there's no way he noticed this. But as an act of, like, further protest, I went back to my seat. And I made it very clear that I was on my phone the whole time. I held up my phone like in front of my face, and I had my phone open the whole time, and I looked so not present. just as another member of the audience. It didn't mean anything. He wasn't like, look at Zebra. He doesn't know who I am, but like, just in case, just on the off chance that he looked into the audience and like made eye contact with me or something. I want it to look so disrespectful. I was leaning up against the wall behind me with my chair kind of leaning back. I had a banana from breakfast, and I really considered taking it out and like with one hand being on my phone and the other hand like munching on a banana like a monkey. But I didn't want the banana. I was full. That was stupid. It was bad, and he very conveniently did not have time for a Q&A. Yeah, he probably was picturing that. Kingo! That rocks. But that's one thing, right? That's the keynote speaker. Whatever. Like, I left the room. I didn't care. Like, that's it, right? No. All of our breakout sessions throughout the 2 days, I would say 80% of them were AI focused. And so I didn't feel inclined to go to most of them. I went to one. For our first session, there was a good one that was being offered that had nothing to do with AI. I went to that. The one right before lunch, I did not go to because they were all AI or boring. So instead, we all went for a walk. Like, me and a couple of the guys. We left the building and went for a walk for an hour. They don't take attendance. We had lunch, and then the third breakout room happened, and we were contemplating taking another walk, but we decided not to, and we decided to go check out this, this, like, sound design workshop. Because some people I knew were presenting it. It was interactive, which I didn't really want to deal with. I just wanted to be, like, presented to. But I was like, maybe it'll be fun. Like, I don't quite know what this is. Sound design workshop. Like, are we going to be making music or something? I walk into the room and I see a bunch of setups, like recording stations that they set up. And I see, like, at the station, like, a laptop playing a clip on repeat, of like a classic like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner scene. And I was like, oh, what's this? Like, this could be fun. It was super fun. What we did, what's it called? Foley, I believe. We made the sound effects for the scene. You know, when you like record with like objects in your vicinity to like make sound effects. We did that. It was like really fun. My team did the best. That's not true. I think I would say we did second best. That was fun. I liked doing that. Oh, okay. I was wondering where the name came from. That was fun. I would have done like 3 more rounds of that if we had the time, but we did have to deal with some technical difficulties, but I enjoyed that quite a bit. And then, I don't know, that's when we had the big talk with, like, directors and stuff. And then day 1 was over. It was a really long day. It was, like, it was technically from 9 to 5. But they kind of wanted you to be there at 8. And they definitely wanted you to kind of be there at 8:30. For, like, breakfast and stuff. But you could have showed up at 9. It could have been a 9 to 5 thing. But it was a long day. That's a long day for people to just, like, walk around and be talked to. I truly did not... Oh, wow. Really? Drowsy. Okay. Anybody feeling this one? City home with a little deodorant. Just imagine giving us the talk. Yeah, no, they didn't do that. Oh, come on, Drowse. Headbots. Why are your eyes closed? I feel like they got the wrong frame here. Is it like this in Gen 2? This seems like the wrong frame. They're just being cute. I guess he's like concentrating. He's drowsy. He's sleeping. Mario is sleeping. Give a nickname to the captured drowsy. I don't know. Anybody? Oh my god! Look at this. Have we seen this? No, right? Do we have a drowsy? No, right? This must be like a. This must be one of those. This must be one of those deja vu things. Pretty funny though. Look at the sprite. I like it. He looks kind of like a mod brat. He looks like a brat kind of. You see it? He looks like the string cheese guy a little. Coach, like Coach Z. I like that. Sniff. How about Coach Sniff? I'm doing Coach Sniff because that sounds awful. If you had a coach named Coach Sniff, I don't think I would trust him. Coach Sniff, 1 2 1 2. Insist no. Oh. Another bold for us. Well, Jagged Pass, you let me down. Want to do a WCHB though? We could do a WCHB. While I finish talking about my day. Today, guys, was day 2. And day 2, you truly did not even really need to show up. It was required that you show up. What I'm trying to say is, there's no real reason why anyone needed to show up. Because... is this the name? Coach Sniff Bold Jagged Pass. You get to be immediately disappointed. That's true. I'll be honest, I don't I know there is a prevailing take on Grumpig. I don't mind Grumpig, I like it. I do think it's a poor direction to take Spoink, which is infinitely better. But I don't hate Grumpig necessarily. I kind of like it. It's like a weird, rare psychic type. It is absolutely a downgrade and not the direction you'd want Spoink to go. I will give you that. But I guess in that sense, I mean... Oh, a lot of... It's fine, it's fine. We don't need one in every playthrough. We've arguably hit the top of the ladder. You can't... We don't ever need one again. But like, you know, it's tradition. Well, there's 2 more guys here. Who could they have been? This is pretty standard otherwise. Murkrow would have been cool too. Mankey is pretty cool. Let's do a quickie look, see if we can get one of the other 2. Today you truly, like, really didn't need to show up because we had breakfast at 8:30. At 9 o'clock, we basically had, like, a social, pretty much, from, like, 9 to roughly 10. Where they have these things called, like, affinity tables. And affinity tables... I don't know if this is, like, a thing everywhere, or, like, this is something we made up. Affinity table... Miguel? Get out of here. They're just little tables with, like... from Xenoblade. It's just... I called it to my coworker today. I was like, it's like a social lubricant, man. They're tables, like, associated with a topic. And people go to that table for something that they have in common so that they can make friends. So examples like, oh, go to the books table for if you like reading books. Go to there was like a women in tech table. Go over there for that. Go over to the last year we made one up. We were sitting my whole team sat at a table and put up a sign. And it said cars, because I have a lot of car people. I don't care about cars, but a lot of my coworkers do. So we were like, this is the cars table. Really, it was just our table because we didn't want to get up and participate. But guess what, guys? Even at this, there were 2 tables that had to do with AI. Not 1, 2. Among all the others. So I was like, this is stupid. This is dumb. But nobody really takes part in those anyway. They're really just like, I see the benefit of them. They are, because, you know, we have a lot of remote workers who don't know, like, anybody. So it's like a cool little opportunity to, like, if you want to go find people who have common interests or something. It's not really for people who already know people and want to just go, like, catch up with everybody, which is what we typically do during this hour. Just catch up with people that we don't see normally. And that's what I did, and it was nice to talk to people. But what I'm trying to say is that is another, like, you don't need to be here for this. Like, so far, like, if you haven't gotten here yet, if you haven't gotten here by, like, 10 a.m., you haven't missed anything. 10 a.m., we have our 4th breakout room. We had 3 the day before. We have our final one today, where they do more presentations. Guess what? Most of them related to AI. The ones that weren't, I wasn't super interested in. I decided to go for another walk. With one of my coworkers. Maybe a misplay, because there was an interesting session that a couple of my colleagues went to that had to do with sharpening knives. Which, when they described it, I was like, that's kind of cool. I should have gone to that. But I was happy that I went for the walk because I had a lot of food later at lunch, and I needed to get ahead on the burning of calories. So I didn't totally regret that. But again, like, nobody would have even known if you were there or not. It's now 11 a.m. and I see no reason for anybody to have been here. And at 11 a.m., guys, from 11 to 12, we had a presentation from HR. What was that? Whatever ability Mudbray has, I think. I think that's that ability that Mudbray has. I forget what it is. What are you doing here? What am I doing in a place like this? What business is it of yours? Oh. 11 a.m., guys. HR shows up to give us a, like, follow-up on some mandatory training we all had to do about change. About change and how to react to change. We all took a training like a month ago. It was so vague and useless, but whatever. Like, we all do this. This happens at every company. You do, like, some training that they don't tell you what it's really about. They just talk in vague terms, and it's useless to everyone. And we always do, like, a follow-up at this yearly meeting. The Shifter sprite is cool. Today was the follow-up where they went over their findings or whatever and gave us some stupid platitudes to chew on. And they gave Domfan stamina. the HR person like finished their spiel and handed it off to some like volunteer committee from like our group to wrap up. And they took the mic and they started their part of the presentation. And they showed an AI-generated video, AI slop, summarizing the book Who Moved My Cheese? A book I had never heard of. It's some business like self-help book that is already kind of like propagandy. It's already kind of like trust the process, like, and like, yes, change, whatever, is inevitable in any sort of corporate environment. I don't work for a corporate environment, any kind of environment. Obviously, like, yes, you have to prepare your employees for change, whatever. I get that. But it was still kind of like bootlicky, I would say. But what was hilarious about it was that they showed this video. It was some YouTube video that they found. And it was clearly like an AI slop summary of this book. And it was so unintentionally hilarious. It is basically a book. From what I understand, it is about two like little like human guys and two mice who are stuck in a maze and have to go find cheese. The cheese represents success or money, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. How do we want to... Are we fine here? Chili has to stay in, and Steve has to just kill. Steve has to kill. Cool. And one of the humans seeks out change, and one of them doesn't. That's like the parable here. It's a bit of a parable. It doesn't matter. Look up the summary. I don't care to summarize the book for you. I'm not going to read it. It seems like a pretty simple story and a pretty simple message that it's trying to get across. And so... yeah, the video they found on YouTube was an AI-generated, like, slop video. Where it was basically like a... not a frame-by-frame, but it wasn't, like, animated. It was just, like, a series of, like, images retelling the story. And obviously, because it was made with AI, like, the characters looked different in every frame. Sometimes it didn't make sense what was being shown. It described 4 characters, and the image shown was 5 characters. That was immediately the first thing. The mice looked like they were from Ratatouille. One of them was Remy, and the other was Remy with brown fur. Not to be confused with, Remy's brother. He has a brother, right? Not to be confused with him. It was. I'm not saying it was Remy and his brother. It was Remy and Remy with brown fur. Yeah. At one point, there were like hyper-realistic mice wearing sneakers or holding sneakers. The human characters became grotesque at some points. There was one where one of them looked like Tom Holland, I think. It looked terrible. We were all cracking up throughout this video. Like, I don't know how you couldn't. And I don't think they expected people to react this way. I really don't. I think they thought people would take this with like a straight face, watch the video, think thoughtfully about it. But anyway, my whole table's cracking up. Everybody's like laughing. Not super loud, but like I'm looking around. I see people giggling. And afterwards they do this activity where they're like, open up this link, go to this word cloud, and share like 2 words that like make you think about adaptability that you noticed in this video. And it was an anonymous word cloud, which I don't know what they were thinking. I'm surprised it didn't go worse. I'm surprised there weren't like slurs. I don't like. I'm surprised, like, unmoderated anonymous word cloud. You are asking for something insane. But thankfully it was mostly harmless fun. There were many references to cheese, to rats. Someone wrote goat mindset. People started posting emojis. There were a lot of cheese puns. There were a couple of serious answers in there. But I heard the guy presenting being like, oh, we got some funny guys. No, but seriously, guys, like, what did it make you think of? Like, and that just fanned the flames even more. At our table, we were talking about how the cheese was like an allegory for like socialism or something. Like that was the vibe we were getting here. Like, we were like, is that supposed to be the takeaway? Slop was on there. Slop was in the word cloud. I wrote cheese to meet you. Various kinds of cheese were dropped. Funny stuff. Then they asked a follow-up question, which was a second word cloud. There was a second word cloud right after that went just as well. And then they were like, all right, I mean, like, that was funny, but, you know, does anybody want to share thoughts, like, tying it all together? And someone was like, well, as you can see, you know, even in the face of change, we can all laugh it off. We're all in pretty good spirits here. We all have senses of humor. And they were like, I guess that's true. Any other thoughts? And someone else was like, well, like, we adapt to situations pretty well. Like, we all were right on the pulse of this one. It was all like, no one was serious. That was that. And then we went to lunch. Good job, HR. It was the worst one of these annual conferences we have ever done, in my opinion. I usually come away from this being like, hey, I mean, that was tedious, but it was nice. Like, I enjoyed seeing people. I enjoyed, like, learning a couple things. This year, I don't think I learned anything. All I did was show up for the food. I said hi to people. I don't think I met anybody new. I just said hi to people I already knew and caught up with them. So it was pretty much just a hangout. It was otherwise useless, exhausting, and a waste of time. And I left that feedback on, because there was like a feedback survey. I left that feedback, and many others did. And the one takeaway I am happy about is that my code key ass affinity table? No. That would be career suicide. Yes, Monday and Tuesday. So the first year we did this is the 4th year of this. It's like kind of a new thing. It's the 4th year of this. The first iteration was Thursday and Friday, as it should be. I think the second year may have been Thursday and Friday, but last year and this year have been Monday and Tuesday, and everyone is like not happy about that. My team especially, because we're the client support team. We have to we have our front line telling clients like, yeah, no one's available for Monday and Tuesday. They'll get back to you Wednesday. So our work just piles up. We are going to be so busy tomorrow. And guess what? I anticipated this, and I put in tomorrow as a day off like months ago. I'm off tomorrow. I grabbed that because I knew that would be a hot number. So I don't have to worry about tomorrow, but my Thursday is going to be busy. So be it. And I like this hot spring. I think it's cool. A Ford hype in real life. Might be an electric bath or a bubble bath or even a lava bath. And then we went to lunch. As soon as the HR thing ended, they were like, all right, everybody go walk over to the like athletic field. That's where we'll have lunch. That's where we have it every year. And it's the same lunch every year, and it's delicious, and it's great. In my opinion. It's sandwiches and pasta and like chips and drinks and all that from a local popular joint. And I've always enjoyed it. And then there is an ice cream truck that comes by and sells you these big ice cream sandwiches that are so decadent and too much. But you get one of those as well. And it's the same lunch every year, but I always look forward to it. I always sit with my team. We always get a little table. That's where we all really like do our like actual just catch up and not talk about work. And it's nice. I was the first one out of the building to lead the charge over to lunch. I walked way ahead of everyone, and like all 200 people, I walked way ahead of everyone to be the first one to lunch. I didn't wait for anyone. I walked way ahead of the crowd. And then who do I see but one of not like an immediate coworker, someone from another team, but I see him go by on his bike. And I was like, damn you. He biked down to lunch. So I was in second place. I was the second one to make it there. I got there and I saw him from a distance and I was like, you. Didn't matter. It was still the front of the line. I still got to pick whatever 2 sandwiches I wanted because I always grab 2 because it's a half sandwich. And if they're paying for my food, I'm taking 2. I'm taking 2. That is a Seinfeld bit. And it was good. I got a chicken Caesar and I got a chicken pesto. And it was yummy. And a little bit of pasta. And I went for a big walk. And I had already gone for a big walk that morning. You gotta keep up, you know? Pesto! Yeah, he's right here. Pesto. I don't know if I want any of these. I mean, you know, what's this? Water Pulse, Roar, Gale, Bulk Up, Bullet Seed. Are these just TMs that I've found? Maybe? Taunt. Light Screen, Protect, Ring Dance, Safeguard, Double Team, Reflect, Shockwave, Sandstorm, Rock Tomb, Torment, Attract, Thief, Steel Wing. What is this, Volt Switch? Is that yellow? Is that Volt Switch? Oh, it's not U-turn. This is U-turn. Yeah, okay. Volt Switch and U-turn. Cool, cool, cool. Found out there's a false ending. Is this something that has been out? That they're just discovering? Came out today, oh. I was gonna say, there's no way, like, I could not believe something like that would go undiscovered. La la la. Oh, we didn't fully explore the top of Mount Chimney. Who really cares, though? This is huge. This is important. Is there any grass? There's no grass in Lava Ridge. I thought for sure they would put something in this. Is there? Hold on. No, no Dex Nav. So there's no wild Pokemon here. There is an egg. If this is why not? Banned. Let's go hatch it right now. By right now, we'll just do this for a little bit. Can we still name it? Yeah, sure, it'll just go thrown in the box. Yeah, I know. Was I finished? I think I was finished anyway. That was my 2 days. I'm off tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Thursday will be super busy. I've made so many appointments for Thursday that there's no way I'm going to be able to keep them all. We'll see what happens. I don't really care. To be quite honest with you. Passion is at an all-time low. I'm working to work. I don't really care if people are mad. And it's not that serious. I'm making that sound a lot more serious than it is. It's probably fine. Your company got bought out? Dang. Is that gonna... I mean... Is that gonna cause change? What if Flannery went in there? Whoa. That's a why not. You're banned. Banned! You are banned from the stand! We can still... Oh, I like him, though. 330 to 95,000. That's a lot of people to meet. Sometimes I feel like I talk about work too negatively on here. Simply because... Simply because that's when there's a story to tell. I don't actually, like... I'm fine. Like, work is good. But it's easier to tell a story about bad than good, right? That's the human condition. Wine out. But I just... Sometimes I walk away from these things and I'm like, I'm not presenting my best self. I hope I'm not making people, like, worry. We're not. Winnow. We could do Winnow. Winnow. All I'm saying is, I'm unfazed by people being mad at work. If they get mad, it just makes me want to argue. And I have enough seniority at this point that my word holds weight. I have full permission to, I have full permission to, like, talk back to people if I feel the need to. X not. I kind of like Winnow. I think Winnow. Although this is a guy though. This isn't Winnow. We ain't not? No. Why not? Not. Not. Good night. Good night. Let's do good night. I'm taking this one, sorry. Good night. What if... Okay, hold on. This is a stupid one. We're making this an overcomplicated one. Pronounced. So it's like good night, but it's like good night. Yeah, that's a stupid one. We're not using it though, so it doesn't matter. Teacher always hitting the craft table first. We had a guy the other day at work. You got the dud! Unusable, banned, not usable. Who's in here? We got we got we got pistolcio, we got cheese, we got Corora, we got Molly Zenon, and we got good nut. Look at these babies. Corora! Why were these guys banned? Zigzagoon was from the Wishing Well, when we already had a Zigzagoon over here. These guys were all caught in the fishing safari, which counted as an area we had already been to. This, we already got an encounter. You just hatched from an egg. And you hatched from an egg and you're banned. And we didn't go back for Paris yet. We will. It's on this sheet. If anyone wants Paris, I will honor that, like, in the moment. Great news. Do you know what this means? I think it's great news, personally. The next encounter is the roll. So we're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 encounters out instead of 9 and or 10. See? We moved it up to. Becker Pixel? You'll be there before you know it. Maybe the next round. I would encourage... I would encourage Beck and Pixel, and anyone who doesn't have one yet, to take another look at the spreadsheet if you do want someone maybe a little earlier. No obligation. I'm just saying, if you want screen time. That's all I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's all. I don't want you left out, is what I'm trying to say. That is my concern the further away we get here. We're only at the halfway point, though. This is going to be a really long playthrough. Which I signed up for. That's why we got to do Short Game Friday. That's why we're not starting Fire Emblem for a little while. Saving up for Rayquaza? That's crazy. That's Rayquaza. Wanna go fight Flannery? Who named Vice? I don't recall. Buddy bro, have you decided if you want to be on the wheel yet? Because we're not going to get to it tonight, but I know you mentioned at one point. Hey, look at that. Kingo? Question for you. You are in charge. You have the wheel here. You're in the driver's seat. Do you want to evolve Chili now or later? It's up to you. Anybody with a stone evolution. I know Snack and then you also have stone evolutions. I think we talked about that. I recall Snack saying when Panay evolves. And you, did we ever finalize, or are you still thinking about when you want Popo to evolve? I forget if we came to a decision on that. Is this the gym? I think that was it for stone evolutions. If we have another, obviously just let me know. Cute for this chapter? I'm down for that. I like that idea. Ah, young one. I am also a young one, but I mimic the styles and speech of the elderly folks of this town. What do you say, young one? Would you agree to it if I were to offer to teach the move Mimic? Yeah, I could do that. Whoa, whoa. And so I shall. Mimic? That could be fun. Who else is gonna learn it? Like, it's Mimic. Like, who cares? Right? Like, who actually... Always check. Do we have anyone who this would better suit? It could be funny on, like... It could be funny on The Matrix. Mimic Ninja-esque. Ha! Oh, boo! Oh, your wife is the egg lady. The name reader show. The nickname of Tatu of the Pokémon Natu. This nickname is a very fine nickname that hints at greatness to come. I am intrigued about what the future holds in store for this Pokémon. Very good, Isaac. The nickname Tatu is shapely in a pleasing manner. The presence of the letters T and A, now that is remarkably good. I must say that Tatu is quite a good nickname. I hope that the trainer will continue to treat Tatu with love. That's it for today's show. May we meet again. Some really sad music starts playing. May we meet again, friends, somewhere, perhaps in a better place. Zebra! For the name writer guy? Come on, Sis, you don't even know him. Who cares? You don't even know the guy.